Can you tell us a little bit more about the moral perspective of the church? Why does the church think it is such an immoral bill? Just the key points.
Yes, the main point here is whether it is in agreement with the sanctity of life and the sanctity of the family. That's the basic good there. And when we speak of the sanctity of life, we refer this to the creator of life and the one who sustains this. If there is already malice against life and malice against the creator of life, then that is where we base the morality of the support for the bill. It's basically about life.
But what about those people that, for example, are atheists, that don't believe in a single creator but still have moral values? How do they fit into a world or into a country where, let's say, these kind of Christian moral values are almost imposed upon them if they're not Christian or even atheists?
Yes, because like you said, even atheists, they have the kind of sense of moral values. And I would agree that even for a non-believer, life is a very precious value. And even just from that point of view, that life should be respected even before it is born, from the moment of fertilization or conception, we call it.
Other Catholic countries like Spain and Ireland and South America has already approved an extensive RH bill in their country. So they're saying, why not the Philippines?
I really respect other countries, Catholic countries, where abortion, for example, or contraceptives are legal. I don't take it against them. It's their decision. It could be because political factors are much stronger than the religious agenda. But that's one of the things that we're saying here, that the RH bill is not for Filipinos, knowing what kind of people we are, a very religious people.
For example, we had an interview with Father Bernas of Ateneo. So there are priests from, for the Catholic Church that are pro-RH bill.
Are they pro-RH or are they in favor of certain provisions of the RH?
He said that he doesn't agree with it, with everything, but as majority of it, he agrees to it. That the benefits outweigh the negatives. That's what he said.
Yes, that's precisely what we are discussing because we acknowledge that there are good provisions in it. Unfortunately, the good provisions in the bill are there as we look at them as camouflage for the negative anti-life agenda that the reproductive health bill is really trying to put forward.
So, Msgr, does it mean that if they decide not to pass the RH bill, you are okay if they just continue the existing
Yes, precisely.
RH bills that the DOH have already?
That's again the problem, because even if we object and even if the RH bill as it is now doesn't get passed in Congress, local government units have their own versions of the reproductive health bill. That's again the problem there. It may not pass in Congress, but it may pass in the local government units. As long as there are contraceptive and abortive elements in the local government bills, then again, the struggle will be there.
So you will still continue?
I would see local churches, I would see parishes and local dioceses objecting to that.
So, Msgr, to continue with this line of topic, what about what others say that the church is always meddling with the state or with affairs of politics, especially here in the Philippines?
I would disagree when it is said that it is a kind of meddling by the church. Because, for one thing, when we say a separation between the church and the state, that principle actually applies to the government, the state, that it should not come up with one state religion, and it should not favor one religion over the other. But when the church does her mission, the church is very much aware that her mission is evangelical. And to be evangelical, it has to touch social lives. And the reproductive health bill is very much an issue of social life. Secondly, we have to be aware that from a realistic point of view, we could see at least three systems or institutions which have grassroots outreach. The government through its local government units, the police and the military through its units spread all over the country, and the church through its parish and BECs. And the delivery of services to the poor, including the far-flung villages, can be delivered not only by the government, not only by the military and the police, but also by the church. And I would look at it as a way of collaboration between these three institutions in order to deliver the goods and to reach out to Filipinos wherever they may be. And it's not definitely meddling in politics. It is serving in the spirit of collaboration.
If there's an earthquake, there's a landslide, or a volcano erupts, it's not a problem for the military and the church, and everybody works together.
Yeah, precisely.
You have that crisis right now. So what's the problem? What is stopping that?
I would not really be able to pinpoint. There could be political factors. There could be economic factors. There could be personal factors like biases. And again, I would say I'm not so sure if there is already a kind of an agreement between these stakeholders to work together. It's just like you do your thing, I do my thing, and it just happens that we are working together.